now time for our guy, Devin Snow, a.k.a. Hold the Mayo, who I am sure got some interesting phone calls over the weekend about the New Orleans Saints not scoring a touchdown yet again in the first half of the preseason. Actually impressive. Went the entire preseason without scoring a touchdown in the first half of any of their games. Dev, what's up, brother?
Yo, what's happening? How we doing?
We're doing good. We're doing great. Excited. It's game week for the LSU Tigers. So we'll get there because I know you're heading up to Clemson. But I got to ask you, Sean Payton, the Broncos come to town. You lose another preseason game, 28-19. You don't score again in the first half. How were the phone calls this weekend?
Well, hey, let's all say it, man. Last time that we can say it, it's just preseason, right?
Might as well get it out one more time.
Get it out one more time, dude. It's just preseason, and yeah, man. It's you just hate to see it. I didn't look at the statistics of teams that didn't score in the first half, but that's one that you just hate to see, and it's not because it just started. It's because it's been happening the last couple of years, even in the regular season. Been having trouble scoring in the first half, so it is alarming, but it's just preseason.
All right, Dev, so I'm going to ask you the same question that I asked the room right before you hopped on. The player that you're actually excited about in this upcoming 2025 season, like you got to give me one guy that moves the needle, one guy that gives you any kind of juice to go watch the Saints play on Sundays.
I think there's a few, but I mean, definitely you could pick a few from the rookie class because I mean that's one of the positives is I think that the rookie classes look pretty promising, right? But if I'm not going to pick one of them, man, let's just be honest. How about Mason Tipton? Because this is it. This is it, man. Like this is where we actually absolutely need him to pull through. It would be so convenient and nice of him to pull through, man, and really turn into something for the Saints, bro, because that's one thing, man. You even saw it last game. Some of these guys that they consider veterans and whatever, I mean, like Cedric Wilson and stuff, they just that's not it, right? Yeah. So Mason Tipton, man, that would be one guy that I'm looking to really do something. I don't need 1,500 yards out of him. How about 700? How about 700 yards? A few touchdowns and some consistency. That'd be fantastic from Mason Tipton.
All right, let's just go ahead and get it out of the way. Well, hold on, that I'm looking at this picture of you. Is that Kirk Cousins behind you over your right shoulder? Can you see it? Good Lord.
The Super Bowl convention?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I think that's him, brother.
Y'all wearing the same hoodie and everything. Good for you.
I know, man.
All right.
Somebody called me yesterday and said, hey, man, I don't know if Shuck's going to be it. I don't know if what do you think about getting Kirk Cousins over here hung up so quick?
Oh, come on. Don't
no Kirk Cousins for you?
Oh, nah, brother. I'd rather snort fire ants than have Kirk Cousins as the quarterback for the New Orleans Saints, dude.
Oh, man. Okay. All right, snort fire ants. Got it. We don't want to be doing that.
Angry fire ants.
Angry. Pissed off.
Oh,
fire.
my gosh.
All right, well, let's just get it out of the way. Let's talk quarterbacks here. What do you think? All right, 3 preseason games in. We were talking about it all. Like, it looked fine. But what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts going into week 1?
I think that if you judge this like they judge, like, UFC and stuff like that, round by round, I mean, I would say that Shuck won 2-1. I would just say that. I don't think that's the way that they're going to go. I think they're probably going to go Rattler. But if I'm just being fair and I'm just being honest, I would say that Shuck won 2-1. Round by round. It just is what it is. I don't think either one of them did good when they were quarterback in the first half. So that's what's alarming. But I'd say Shuck won like overall. But I do think something about Rattler. They're going to go with him for the first few games.
What makes you think it's Shuck over Rattler right now, though? Like in your mind, like not even saying like what it's going to be, but for you, what has Shuck done that Rattler has not? That's not rhetorical.
I think whenever Shuck was faced with some adversity during the preseason, I thought that he had a great trait of rebounding very well. And that's something that's a great pro quality, right? I mean, y'all tell me. I feel like that's a great pro quality to have. Like, if you can go and throw an interception, fumble, whatever, and then come back and, lead the team down for a scoring drive, that's pretty admirable, right? So I thought that one of the downfalls of Spencer Rattler was he was in lead of the quarterback competition. And he had this last game, and it's just like, 5 for 8, 43 yards. That sucks, man. That really sucks, dude. And he could have just sealed the deal, and it just didn't happen. And I don't know, it's just underwhelming. And I think that Shuck is just a little more maybe loose out there, like to where he can kind of air it out. It's something about him that just looks a little more comfortable, and he's the rookie,
Yeah, I mean, everybody's like reaching, trying to find something, trying to like
It is
hold
tough.
on to something, right? Like trying to grasp onto like some sort of like positive, because like there wasn't that much negative from any of the quarterback play. And like you said, like both of them, like they were the exact same guy. Both of them threw a pick and then led a scoring drive the next play. They both did that. So like if one person did one thing, the other did another. The only thing difference I can make, I understand like the round by round comparison there, but Chuck did get like 2 of his rounds were against like the third string guys, like in the second half. So it's a little bit like, but they were the same guy. So it's just really like, who you going to hang your hat on? Who do you think could do something? And honestly, you're going to need both of them. So like, you're going to need both of them throughout the year. So it's like the offensive line, they keep getting injuries. They are not looking great. You got your finger on the pulse about free agents out there? You watching these cut days from all the other teams? What do you think's going to happen there?
Yeah, well, I think obviously the first thing they got to do in free agency is they got to go look at the offensive line. You got to go get somebody that can step in an offensive line, because that's going to be the biggest issue right away. Anytime your offensive line starts dropping like flies, you are being defeated before you even able to fight. So definitely that. They need to look at tight end, just because I still think the best tight end on this team is Foster Moreau. I really do. From everything I've seen, and he's not even playing.
Yeah, he won't be ready till into the season.
Right. So you got to look at tight end, because who can you really depend on? No disrespect, great guy, but Jawan Johnson just keeps reminding me that he's Jawan Johnson, and it's just, I don't know, man. It's discouraging. If he gets hurt, if he's out for a few games, who is your tight end? Who's your tight end? The guy from UCLA? I don't know. I think you got to look at that tight end spot for sure. The positives are, I think that you're good at D tackle. I think that's why you got rid of Kalen Saunders. You got a few good D tackles, young D tackles that look really promising, especially, Brzee, the guy you drafted in the 3rd round, Broughton.
Yeah, Broughton looked good the other day against Denver for sure.
Yeah, dude. And then Christian Boyd, so I'd say tight end and offensive line you should definitely look into. Another thing, Devin Neal, his first game. We really wanted to see what Devin Neal was going to do, touted from Kansas. And Devin Neal went out there and just looked good. Didn't do anything crazy, didn't break a 50-yard run or anything like that, but looked good, looked comfortable, So I think it's going to be a tough decision at running back, and I hate to say it because it's probably going to involve my guy, our guy, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I hope he's able to make the team, but also, you got to keep Devin Neal too.
Yeah, Devin Neal in the run game, I agree with you, looked very comfortable. The reason that I think Clyde has an opportunity, Devin Neal's pass protection reps, he looked like a rookie that was not comfortable in that role. I'm not sure that he got a hand on one of his assignments. And so, Dev, as we all know, like when you're talking running back, like that is now today, like used to, you could get away with that in the NFL. You can't anymore. And this isn't hating on Devin Neal. I think he's a good player. I think he's going to be a pro. But for Clyde, that's really where his opportunity is going to be, is because he's such a good pass protector.
Yeah, and I think that stood out from, what was that, preseason game 1? He was just really blocking well, pass blocking well. So, the guys that got to go, though, that's going to be the main thing. Go ahead and get rid of Foskey. It's not I don't know if y'all – I'm sure everybody keys in on Foskey in that 3rd game a little more than maybe what they were in the Dude, I'm keying in on Foskey. They got a tight end that was playing for Denver, number 84. Skinny, dude. And Foskey could not get past this guy.
Yeah.
And he kept getting stalled out. So it's just like, it's over, bro.
Yeah,
you know?
29 plays, Dev, for Isaiah Foskey. He graded out at a 47.
Oh,
It was a second-round pick that can't play defense, can't play special teams. Right now, it sucks. It hurts. But you owe it to this roster to keep the 53 best players, and he's not one of the 53 best.
yeah, and that's how I feel about Hina too, man. You know, nothing against him personally, but you owe it to this roster. It's exactly how I feel. You owe it to this roster to let this guy go, and let's see, you know, keep a quarterback on practice squad. What's your boy's name? Deckers.
Yep.
You know, keep him on practice squad, and then, you know, go get one more. Dude, everything matters at this point, right? One more player for the roster that can make a difference.
You got to load up at line.
Because of feelings, man.
You have to load up. You have to get so many numbers as many numbers as you can at offensive line right now. The way they're going down, I mean, and them playing decently is a difference between a 2 and 3 win team and 6-7 team win.
Yep.
I mean, that's the difference that this is going to make, because they're starting wide receiver core, talented, can make all the plays. I think their running back room is really good, and I think their quarterbacks aren't going to be the big problem. If this team is going to go as that offensive line goes, and it might not be very far from what we've seen. So they got to load up on the numbers. Hopefully they strike gold with some sort of free agent that they bring in that's just like, all right, this guy was underlooked at the last team he was on, or this is an older guy that's a Pro Bowler back in his prime, but is a little bit old, but then all of a sudden he gets a boost of energy, whatever it is. They have to have something. They got to get lucky. They have to make some good signs on this offense line. You got to get numbers, though.
Yeah, how about dude, I can't believe Sam Ellinger, bro. That was insane, man. To watch this guy just make every single play and miss like that. You want to talk about a quarterback to look at. Maybe you can, instead of looking at Sam Ellinger, that dude looked good against the Saints, bro. Let me tell you, they're gonna be the Ellinger family come this Christmas. They're gonna have that tape on while they opening up presents, and everybody's gonna be happy, dude, because that was something else.
This is preseason game 3.
I mean, God did say Texas was back a long time ago. He's just a fortune teller. Dev, tell me about the trip, man. Tell me about going up to Clemson to watch the Tigers play. Like, how are you going to get there? Like, what are some of your plans once you get on site?
Yeah, so I'm driving up Thursday. So Respect Your Body Light releases Wednesday, so I'm gonna be down here for that. And then I'm gonna get a couple cases of Respect Your Body, hop in the truck, drive to Greenville. That's where I'm staying. I'm staying at the Hilton in Greenville. And then, yeah, man, it's going to be – I'm getting down there by Thursday so I can really take it in. And, yeah, man, I'm just excited, dude. Like, I want to say when it's all said and done that I did everything on my part to ensure an LSU win in the first game of the season. That's all I can say, I don't want to leave without knowing I gave it my all,
Loss not going to be on you.
Yeah.
You got to, when you lose so many in a row, openers, you start to wonder who it is on.